All right, I'm back, and I really want to know, I really truly want to know what happens if I took that head. I gotta know, okay? I gotta know. Oh, great.
Fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
I sure do.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
I don't know about that.
She didn't. She's dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
But what if she's not?
Well, what if she's not?
Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Uh-huh. Well, time for that reward!
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Uh-huh.
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
Interesting.
Over? Is he gone? But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack.
Fascinating. Interesting. So, all right. I just had to know what would happen. I'm gonna stick with what I did. I kind of would have liked to do the thing where I help her. That would have been nice, but I don't think there's a perfect game to be had here. I think there's just my game to be had, and this is part of my game. So, with that being said, I now have to decide what the last approach is gonna be, because there really is only so many ways to approach this, right? So you go in, and you either go down with the blade or without the blade. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. Go in without. Just follow me on this one. Follow me. Just checking in.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
No. It would never be thus.
You walk down the stairs.
Yep. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Yep. All right. What's your name?
Oh.
So Princess is your name. I don't know anything about you. Apparently you're supposed to end the world. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something that doesn't feel right.
Would everything feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for...
Just how long has she been dead?
So, did they tell you why?
What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding.
Yeah?
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world. I don't trust that.
Okay, so this is the same conversation, just from the softer
This is about
perspective.
how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Probably.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This is...
Uh-huh. Okay. So what I haven't done is, something doesn't seem right, but I can't put your word over the fate of the world.
Thank you.
Yep.
You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Yes, I
You'll
am.
regret this.
Oh God!
I promise you. But go ahead. Run along and get whatever you're planning to get.
Oh, good Lord!
But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before
good
you make it
God.
back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
I don't think she's bluffing either.
She has to be bluffing, but hurry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
You
skedaddle
rush
a
up
little
to
bit.
the first floor,
Hi-ya!
grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Yep.
Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Yep. All
You
right.
slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Oh God.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago,
God.
there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall,
Oh God.
and she is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, good.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, God. Oh, God. I think we got off on the wrong foot. You think we can start over?
Oh, you coward.
Ah, well, you know.
No, I don't think we can.
Okay.
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
I don't want to be shown. Let's dance, baby.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room.
Maybe I should look up.
You don't see her.
Maybe I should look up.
Where is she?
Maybe I should look up. Ah, that's smart. Close the door behind me. It would be a terribly stupid thing to look at that hand on the floor. But close the door behind me. That's really smart. Clank.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Maybe. All right. I'll wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in.
And I don't look up.
Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Oh, God, I don't want to venture into the shadows. That'd be terrible. Keep waiting.
You wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant. But you can't outwait someone who's been waiting for as long as she remembers.
Oh, God. Well, damn it.
You barely even realize that you've started to drift off.
Whoa, hey, whoa, hey,
the princess
whoa,
is upon you,
whoa.
ripping into your flesh,
Whoa.
unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs. There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone.
Oh, wow.
It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark.
Okay, wait. Well, no, hold on. Just hold on. All right, I'm gonna venture into the shadows.
You step into
This is a good idea.
Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor.
Ow!
The ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand. Your one last means of... This is the end. I'm afraid it is.
Well, it looks like no matter what, it's the same thing, so I'm just gonna keep waiting, and I'm dead.
Pushing yourself to stay awake and...
The beast! Alright. She's gonna kill me again! If I run, what happens if I run? If I just,
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
That's fascinating. Oh. She's gonna kill me again!
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here.
Must have.
You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Yeah. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this already did happen. I'm going. I got a bad feeling about this.
Warning. She will lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Cryptic.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
And smell?
That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
Okay. Maybe.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like the blade is your
Yeah, alright. Mirror.
You walk up to the... What are you talking about?
Wipe.
You
And
reach
it's gone.
and now it's gone.
I've done that every time and it's always been gone. So there must be a time in the future where it would not be gone. I'm going unarmed! This is a good idea!
No steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
I can fix her.
I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Yeah.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. She growls up the stairs.
Oh, good.
I can smell you.
Hi.
She sounds almost feral,
Maybe I should have come down here with a knife.
impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs.
Yeah, I probably should have. I doubt she
The
would have
last step gives
respected
way
me.
to the damp
What am I
earth
seeing?
floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She's certainly not just a princess. You're not
I should have
helping.
gotten that knife. I should have.
It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does.
Yeah.
Her shining eyes
Oh,
appear
God.
between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Uh-huh.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
Okay, well, I'm not as intimidated.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
You're about to attack me, aren't you? I can see right through
There's
you.
a shift in the humid air, and something emerges. The princess lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. I guess that's it then, isn't it?
All right, hold on. Let's be smart about this. Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
This is a good idea.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
Uh-huh.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce.
I trust you. Move. Up!
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess.
Uh-huh.
In an instant, she's
Oh.
pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her.
There
and
you
your
are.
gaze meets
Are you a
hers,
unicorn?
A pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs.
Uh-huh.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants. Just slay her.
Hey, how do you expect me to do that?
Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it. She's clearly not.
Well, why? Why do you want to kill me?
Why does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse.
Uh-huh.
What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, this seems smart.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive.
I probably should listen to this voice.
If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk.
Maybe.
As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten her grip on the blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you.
Uh-huh.
You're sent sprawling, and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness.
Uh-huh.
Look at that! We wounded her.
Uh-huh.
And she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
A big, strong rival right here.
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, God!
Pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught. By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor.
Hey, are those my feathers?
The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Interesting.
We're not dead, we're...
Oh,
but you don't
we're
have
dead.
time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
C'est la vie. Well, probably not, actually. The den.
You're on a path in the wood. Yeah, we are. And this time we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
Ah, good. Yeah, this is.
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger? When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority.
Yeah!
There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you.
Yeah, no one owns me!
Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
Oh, well, it's not. So what are you going to do about
shut
it?
up. It bodes fine.
Yeah.
You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation.
Yeah.
Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
Yeah.
And how do you intend to do that? We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows.
Yeah.
Well, no complaints here. Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we?
We've gone over
He's
it.
not important. He can have his secrets for all I care.
Yeah.
She's killed us twice now.
Yeah.
And that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Yeah. All right, okay. What's the plan?
Like I said, we're going to fight her.
Good plan.
But we're so small.
No.
We don't actually know how big she is. We just know she wants us to think she's big. And if she's going to treat us like prey again, then she is sorely underestimating us. One good wallop. That's all we need to
good
put her on the
wallop.
defensive.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right, what do you know that we're
I've
doing?
told you as much as I can without putting you at a disadvantage. If anything, I've told you too much. Like that grumbling voice said just a moment ago, you've already died by her hands twice. You shouldn't need much else in the way of motivation.
That's fair. All right. Pass the different.
Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what. If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. Though,
okay.
as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you.
Well, hey, it's not like I wasn't trying.
Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you and for the rest of existence. But especially for you.
Okay.
We don't need your pep talk. I'll make sure we pull this off.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this.
You make your way down to the plan. We've already been over the plan. I'm
One
not
good
sure that
wallop.
use violence counts as a plan.
Best plan there is.
Better plan than you had last time. I don't like this. But I'll try to keep us breathing.
All right.
The interior is dark and overgrown. The only furniture of the blade is your... Take it. We're not fighting a monster. Great. That mirror's back. What are you talking about?
Mirror,
Listen,
mirror,
it's
yeah.
tricking us. that mirror's blocking.
All right. Mirror. Well, I should probably take the blade. All right, I'm gonna take the blade.
Yes, take the steel claw.
Yeah.
You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be good. One step closer to ending this.
Yep. All right, mirror.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair. You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
Okay.
That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually.
Eventually.
It went away after we reached out to it last time. Might as well try wiping it clean again.
What's the harm? Smash it? Well, I don't want to do that. Smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down into the open hole leading to the basement, throwing yourself off balance and tumbling headlong into the pitch black.
That's okay. I wanted to smash it.
If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay.
Is that good?
The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally
Good.
squat down on all fours in order to continue.
Good. Camouflage. Rub
The
it all over
princess
me.
lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Probably.
As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth.
Why does he always say it's doing her a favor?
Confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
We have unfinished business.
The princess leaves your remark unanswered. See? She knows. We have to be like her. Focused, present, patient. We're past the point of words anyway. This is a conversation that can only be had with hard steel and sharp teeth.
You're right.
You put the voices to the back of your mind and proceed down the stairs. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Yeah, we do for sure. Staying quiet, are we?
She doesn't respond. I assume that means her answer is yes.
Yes. I'm ready.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike.
She sure is.
With the
Oh
near
my
silence of a
god!
determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. Swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment.
One good wallop.
See, I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now.
Yeah.
Engaging with even more ferocity than before. But that voice in your head wasn't wrong. Within that ferocity, there is also hesitation. Not much, but enough. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your heart.
Yeah. I'm doing it.
Reaches a climax. And
Oh? Ah? Oh. Am I free, they ask? Oh. 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 Well, interesting.
she's gone. And there's that.
All right. This is the last one, question mark?
This doesn't feel. That thing reeks of death. Screw
Yeah.
the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Hello, me. How am I doing? Oh, I don't know if that's good. What? That's a bird! Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Ah. I don't, but it's alright. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and glass in two. Oh! Then another crack forms, and another, turning into jagged shards. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I would ever get to see you.
Narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help, after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Many. Oh! If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you, after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Alright, others like you've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
Huh.
But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Huh. So you know about the looping. So many times I met you, you denied it even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
Yeah?
Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Oh, good. I appreciate certainty. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Interesting. Okay. And what is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Fascinating. If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Not nobody. Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Well, even all those... Death is a programmed thing. Death is intended. Death is a biological imperative, even. And also not really... Yeah, anyway. That's getting far too deep into this. But to say something in the least way possible, death is important because change is important. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
That I do. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You're the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Or maybe there is! Oh! Uh-huh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Yes, I can.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Right. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Okay. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Uh-huh. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature.
Not necessarily.
isn't it?
No, well, not necessarily. I'm pretty active.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay, so the choices are, there's so many stories we left unfinished, can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, the entire world ends for good. I can't do that. Next, if you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. Slay the princess. I think it's time for us to leave this place. I think, if you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Fascinating. Whoa!
You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows.
Uh-huh.
But even after the pain of defeat, you return.
Yes.
The dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending.
Uh-huh. Address this vessel's statement, directly appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since I got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Reject her perspective. Okay, so the dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending. That I actually completely agree with. Because it's essentially, in this statement, she's referring to the pause as like the pause is the break in between the different chapters of this story, the deaths that I experience. And one of my big philosophies is that, yes, it is the dance, is the truth of it all. You know what they say about the friends you make along the way? That's another way of saying it's about the journey and not the destination. And this is another version of that. But I only have so many things here to say. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny it. I actually do agree with it, but I don't know if that's what this means. I didn't save it all for this, but whatever. Sure. But the dance was good, wasn't it? That's what I would say to this. That really is. The dance was good, wasn't it?
And it will always be good if you choose to live in it. Do not linger on the highs and lows. They are fleeting strokes on a larger canvas.
That's a great point. Man, I'm agreeing with you. I agree. Whoa.
I kill you. You kill me. Back and forth we go. Faster and faster and faster. I kill you. You kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dark corners of a forgotten place flooded by emotions left unspoken. The tide rises.
Man, when you put it like this, I had some really interesting choices.
I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life.
Again, completely agree with this statement.
And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
I 100% am on the same page. Yes. Yes, I don't want to linger. See, the thing about this is, I don't know if this is all one big personality test and this, basically the choices that you make are indicative of kind of somehow. Yeah. Alright. I don't want to linger.
Then don't.
Good point!
Your lover pressed a stake into your body. And another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
Maybe.
But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Yep. That feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight like we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
Stop the fight early and surrender? Interesting that you would say that. I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective. That's what you gotta see.
Then I will give you all the time in the world.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you.
Yes.
Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
No, yes. If that's what it takes to rid the world of suffering, I can bear solitude. No. That's a nice, simple one. Thank you for sharing yourself with me. That's weirdly sweet. Yeah, that's really nice.
I'm aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
Yes. Well, I don't even remember what the last one was. I guess it was the first one. Right.
You as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. But you do not follow my path. Hands clasped together, you break yourself, and you break me with you. You were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to end me again.
I was glad to end us together. It's not entirely, but it's more what I would feel than this other one.
And the thread of that ending wove itself into yet another experience, which wove itself into yet another.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Alright, hold on. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. I guess.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh, hi. Welcome. Which hero are you?
I'm all of them, I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Uh-huh. You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here.
Yeah.
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence.
Uh-huh.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready, buddy.
Then let's go.
I don't know where we're going, but I'm... What? Oh, wow. Uh-huh. Oh.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
No, it's fine. Fascinating. Fascinating turn of events. I'd like that, just for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
And infinite writhing bodies outside the window.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Probably.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Fair enough. It's quite a tangle out there. Is the narrator really gone?
It's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Alright. Take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Most of the time.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Uh-huh.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Yeah.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me?
Huh. Yeah, I guess that was my first choice, wasn't it?
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Yes, I'm going to sit with you. I don't think I want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Not necessarily. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
Interesting. We're gonna find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
How do we know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time forever. Eventually something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
So the options are either you agree to this plan of looping forever and hoping that you make the same choice again and again to get back here and loop into it, and somehow that makes it so that the world out there doesn't end horribly. But if there's one lesson that I've learned in doing the projects that I've made, and especially in Space with Markiplier, which I've referenced more than a few times here, the only way to win is to end it, is to break the cycle. But also, that was a really sad moment. And it was reflective of a lot of games and choose your own adventures, and the feeling you get from it is like the fun ends when you decide to put the game down. And the idea of In Space with Markiplier is that you can keep going for as long as you want. For as long as you want, explore it as much as you want, start it, stop it, end it wherever. But the story would only finish when you were ready to end it, when you decided to make the choice that ended it. And it wasn't necessarily that one was better than the other, one was just an ending. It's funny because I'm trying to understand fully the actual lesson that it's trying to do, because they're painting it in such a way that the death and the recycle is a bad thing, but it's actually something that I believe in very deeply. But everything does have to end. That's my big thing. And that's why this is kind of confusing, is because this needs to end. It has to end at some point, because for me an end is important. Like, I get the idea of like living forever and immortality and stuff like that, but I believe that things should end. And I believe that knowing that and accepting that is actually one of the greatest things that can make you appreciate what you have and the life that you have and the chance you have to make a difference while you're alive. And that is, it's not the meaning of life, but it's the opportunity to write your own meaning of life. And without that end, without the end of things, and the reason what I'm building up to here is like the way that it's giving this choice. If it's a choice between eternity of endless choices in the vain hope that you can live in this cycle and hope that you can make the same choice and keep doing the cycle over and over again, eventually you're always going to end up back here in this moment, wondering if it should end. And the only way that it can end truly in this story for me is the namesake of the game, slay the princess. I'm not saying it's the right choice, but I've gone with my gut this entire playthrough, and it says things have to end.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All that you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. The tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carried a part of what should be you. Things won't be now as they were then, but they aren't nothing either.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
She's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there's even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor. A world free from death. Well, the body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to an finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You're free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long, arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this world.
Over. I knew we'd finally see it through. We really did win. We're the house now. This is nice. Absolutely.
Hold on.
That wasn't very...
Speak for yourself. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on... I hope this was all worth it. Lucky for us, you have... Time means a lot. Here. It's good to be back. Now we just... Yeah. We can do that.
Ah, wait a minute. No, that's not right. Alright, actually backtrack because I don't like what that is. It's not what I believe. Anyway, what happens if I say I take all this back? I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Okay. If this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Ah, so this choice is her kill me. I don't think either of these choices are the out. I don't think either of these are the out. I don't think that either of these are the out. I'll see you soon.
Hey, I love you.
I know. I don't think either of those are the out! Okay.
No blade it is. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here?
Have you figured...
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there... Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Oh, it's different. For all the times.
Well, you did stab me to death as soon as we met. But it's not like I'm completely innocent. We both took things a little far.
Yes.
Still, apology accepted.
That's what I'm here for.
You know, when she puts it like that...
So good to see you finally again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think just like this cabin. I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
These are different. These are different responses. Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this real you?
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
So now that we're at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much.
I don't know. It's got a certain ring to it.
But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that?
Sure.
And as for you, well, Hero works for me.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
That's fair. None of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist?
Now, this is fascinating because this is what I was talking about. Because to me, yes.
I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you.
I guess that was my mistake, all right.
And like I said earlier, I don't really want to be her. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
Explore, take her hand in yours? Oh no, it's sweet. I don't know, but I've always wanted to leave with you. I just didn't like being a god. I want to walk through the cabin door as we are, just you and me. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know this. It doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know this.
I guess when you put it that way, I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you sure you do? Bye! Thank you for everything.
Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
It's nothing. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend. A comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel her hand tremble in yours. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
The only reason I'm debating is like, oh, this is kind of a stoic personality, you know? All right, I'll be a little sappy.
I love you too.
Doll.
But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
Ah, 2 peas in a pod. Now that I like that ending. I'm sure that you could do any ending and it's all like what you choose, but I feel like that one is nice because it comes full circle from going into it and knowing like, oh, this is slay the princess. I here to slay the princess, not knowing what's going on, and then realizing what it is. And it coincides with what I'm very much about is because it's like, yeah, you don't be a god, don't live forever. You need death, but you can't be a god that lives forever and still appreciate the need for death and impermanence, you know? You kind of have to have this perspective that is of the unknown and of things that you don't fully understand. And it's really nice. It's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Anyway, I had a wacky, probably a wacky, different experience from most, but still, that was really cool. That was a great game. I like that. I like the looping nature of things. It really coincides with what I like, and I like the narrative experience about it. It just makes me realize, like, man, I really want to make something like this that's actually a game, because I love choose your own adventures, and I love the narrative of it, and at the same time, it's one of those things where I've made these for YouTubes and big cinematic things. Man, you know, it's kind of like the At Dead of Night. Like, I could do a full motion video style of it. Oh man, that would be its own headache, but man, that would be fun. I could do that. Maybe someday. That'd be cool. So thank you, everybody. I have no idea why, but my computer just crashed. I had to restart everything. But thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Check out this game. There's a ton of other things that I haven't explored, and probably better decisions that you could make than I could. But thank you. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!